Welcome all my beautiful yogis to Yoga with Dogs 30-day challenge. My name is Melody. If you haven't met me before, this is beautiful Danny the foster dog, and today we are doing a warming warrior flow. So we're going to get straight into it. Come on down to seated. Take your time. And I allow you to find your center. So you might be sitting cross-legged, you might have a cushion or a block underneath your tailbone to help elevate your hips. You might have one leg extended. Find whatever feels good for you to welcome yourself into this space. Place one hand on your knee and the other. Close down your eyes and just welcome yourself into the present moment. Welcome yourself into your body. And welcome yourself to the rise and fall of your breath. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones rise with gorgeous new energy from this day. And exhale, feel yourself soften, release, melt into the practice and the space. Inhale. And exhale. All together, one big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. Inhale, arm circle all together up overhead, fingertips touch. Exhale to heart center. Inhale, arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. We'll take one more arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch, and hold here. Find your beautiful straight spine. Feel your strength in your upper carriage. Inhale, reach tall. And exhale, place the left hand down beside us. The right hand is still reaching up into the sky. Inhale, reach that right hand a little bit higher. Then exhale, we're going to lean it over towards the left. Just relaxing and releasing here with the flow of your breath. Inhale and exhale. Your gaze can be towards your armpit or the sky. Just revolving the whole body towards the ceiling. When we're ready, inhale, rise on up. Fingertips up overhead and palms together and back to heart center. Inhale. Fingertips touch and back to heart center. Inhale. Fingertips touch and back to heart center. One more, inhale. Hold here, fingertips together, shoulder blades down the back. Find that same length. And exhale, right hand. Reach up with our left hand. Find that length and then lean over. Find that beautiful side body stretch. Our gaze is upwards rather than downwards. Focusing on the sky, the stars. The sky is our limit. And just breathe here, focus on the expansion. And when you're ready, inhale, rise on up, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. One more big arm circle up overhead, fingertips touch. Left hand to right knee, right hand behind us. Inhale, find length. And exhale, gently revolve and release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to center. Place your right hand on your left knee, your left hand beside us. So we kind of crisscross our arms. Inhale, find that length. And exhale, revolve to the other way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. When we're ready to release, come back to center. Just take a little forward fold here with your legs crossed. Relax the head down. Massage side to side here. You might rock side to side. Relax the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. When we're ready, come on up. Make our way into our tabletop position. So just roll on over. Knees and hip in alignment. Wrists and shoulders in alignment. Drop the belly, open up the chest to cow. And exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. One more. Inhale to cow and exhale. Really push away. Navel to spine, chin to chest. Really round out the body. And come back to neutral. Push into the tops of the feet. Really activate our navel. Send our shoulder blades down the back. Lift up our knees and hover here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower. Find our tabletop position once more. Find length in the spine on our inhale. And exhale. Send our right foot away. So just push our right foot away behind us. We're going to hold it here. So breathe here for 3 breaths. Inhale. Lift that heel. Squeeze that glute. Find length in the spine. And exhale. Find a little bit of softening. Inhale. Shoulder blades are down the back. Core is strong. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. When we're ready, just wriggle that right foot across to the left. So just put the toes down over. Send the hips to the right and the forehead to the left. A beautiful side body stretch here. Just breathe and release. Notice the sensations. When you're ready, bring that foot back behind you. Bring it back into your tabletop position, little cat-cow. And when we're ready, find our length in our spine. Push our left foot away. Squeeze that glute and breathe here. Inhale, find length. Push into the back of the heel and see if you can grow longer from the crown of the head to the heel. And exhale, soften. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, put those left toes over towards the right. Send the hips towards the left, the gaze towards the right. Hello, Danny. And just breathe and release here. And a beautiful stretch with your inhale and exhale. Nice. When we're ready, come back to our tabletop position. Tuck our toes under, push into all 5 fingertips and come up into our downward facing dog. So spend some time here. Make sure weight's in all 5 fingertips, all 5 toes. We're not dumping weight into our joints. Tuck our tailbone under, send our chest towards our thighs, the shoulder blades down the back. And breathe. When you're ready, you might pedal the feet, lowering one heel and then the other. Gently moving at a soft and slow pace. Just observing the sensation, slowly building strength. Squeezing our biceps in towards our ears. And when we're ready, put weight into our left foot. Just lift our right foot up off the ground. It could be just a fraction here, just balancing the toes up. Or you might send that heel, push that heel away towards the back of the room. Breathe here, activate that left kneecap. Make sure the weight is distributed evenly. And when we're ready, bring that knee towards our nose. So we're coming forward almost into a plank position. Bring that knee towards our nose. See if we can touch it. And we're going to get it in between our hands. If we didn't get there first go, doesn't matter. Pick up this foot, wriggle it there, and how we can get there. And we're going to lower down onto this back foot. So really take our time here. This is the first time we've done this transition, so I want us to be all strong and prepared, so no injuries. So heel to heel alignment. Back foot is 45 degrees. We're going to really push into our feet, navel towards spine, really activate our core and roll on up. This front knee is bent into our warrior one. Hands on our hips to start with. Square them off to the front of the mat. Breathe here, nice and strong. Inhale, hands up overhead, fingertips touch. And exhale, back to heart center. Inhale, fingertips touch. And exhale, back to heart center. Inhale, fingertips high. Sink down here, activate the legs and breathe. When we're ready, send our hands behind our tailbone. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades, open up the chest here. Breathing. You might just stay here, that's fine. Or if you're coming on, fold forward. So we're keeping our knee bent, our core is strong, our legs are strong. We're folding forward to rest the belly on the thigh, and our gaze goes towards our back big toe. Our hands come up, over, reaching towards the front of the room. Make sure your shoulder blades are still down the back. Our legs are strong, our core is strong. Breathing here. When you're ready, really push into that front big toe. Rise back up to your warrior one. Unclasp the hands. Bring them up and release. Nice. When we're ready, send our hands wide. We're going to bring them down beside our front foot. So plant them down here, come onto those back toes. Bring that front foot to meet the back. And we're going to go through with a little flow. So plank or half plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Untuck the toes. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower. Make your way back to your downward facing dog. However you can. You might go through child's pose, or you might come with me, tucking the toes, press into the hands, coming up into a plank. And sending the hips back and away into our downward facing dog. So hold here for 5 breaths. So you can come down to child's pose whenever you need. Breathing here. Finding our strength. Finding our center, our stability. Finding our inner strength. We are stronger and more resilient than we will ever know. When we think we can't go anymore, we take that next step. We have that next idea. We take that next moment. And when we're ready, transfer the weight into our right foot. Lift up those left toes. Just practice here. Lift them up, and you might just play lifting them up off the ground a little bit, or you might send that heel up overhead, really opening up the hip. Push into that heel. So the heel is pushing away. Hips are square, and then bring that knee towards our nose, wherever we are. Just try and squeeze it in here. Place that hand in between, foot in between the hands into our beautiful lunge here. Nice, guys. Really send that back heel away. I'm going to put that back foot down. Now really check our alignment here. Really take our time, nice and safe. Heel to heel alignment. Front knee bent. Really push into both big toes. Navel to spine, roll on up, place your hands on your hips to make sure your hips are square to the front of the mat. And then when you're comfy, take them up high, fingertips touch. And exhale back to heart center. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Fingertips touch. And back to heart center. Thumb on your sternum, just really focus on activating your legs. Activate this back thigh, push into the outside edge of that back foot. Kneecaps are strong. When you're ready, send your hands up, overhead. Sink a little deeper. Find your warrior strength. Your warrior resolve. To take whatever comes your way, to accept whatever comes your way, And know that you are infinitely powerful. You can move on. When we're ready, gently send the hands behind the tailbone, interlace the fingers, open up the chest. Beautiful. Nice and strong here. Now you can stay here, or if you would like to come on, hinge at the hips, legs are super strong, and our belly or our shoulder almost comes to rest on our knee. Our gaze goes towards the back of the room and our hands go up overhead. So our knuckles are reaching for the roof and then over towards the front of the room. Make sure we're still drawing our navel towards the spine, so we're not just putting all the weight onto our leg here. And we're still squeezing our shoulder blades down the back. When we're ready, really push into our front big toe. Very dynamic pose here, very strengthening. Come on up. Hands wide, unclasp the hands, up overhead, fingertips touch. Beautiful, guys. And then hands wide. Nice. Frame that front foot. Come on to those back toes. You might even have this knee down. Just do whatever feels good for you. Weight into the hands. Wriggle that front foot back. Come into your plank or half plank. Chaturanga. Untuck the toes. Press into the hips, the hands. Come up into your cobra. Shoulder blades down the back. Elbows bent. Exhale, lower. And then come into your child's pose. Hips to heels. Forehead to the earth. Breathe here for a moment. Really connect and ground. Feel that beautiful energy and joy of life running through our body. And when we're ready, come up into our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathing here. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to bend our knees, and instead of walking our feet towards our hands, I'm going to get you to try walking your hands towards your feet. I know it's a little different. Just try it. See how we go. Whatever we do, just come into a forward fold. Bend the knees generously. Really relax and release here. We might grab the ankles. We might wrap the fingers around the big toes. Or you might be like, yeah, not happening, Melody. Grab some books. Place them here and place your hands to help support if you need as well. So come to wherever feels good for your body. Inhale, find length in the spine, send the shoulder blades down the back. And exhale, help yourself fold a little bit deeper. You might be grabbing your calves, you might be grabbing your shins, you might be grabbing your big toes. Just help yourself into the pose with each passing breath. Inhale, find a little bit more length, hollow out the lower belly. And exhale, fold. Beautiful. Release our ankles or our toes or our shins or blocks. Push into all four corners of the feet. Really bend the knees super generously. Navel towards spine, and really savor this sensation of rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Hands wide, up overhead, and fingertips touch. Exhale, back to heart center. Once more, inhale, fingertips touch, and exhale. Once more, inhale. And we're going to send our left palm forward, our right palm back, opening up to the side of the room. Gaze towards our front fingertips and send our front palm facing down, our back palm facing up. Inhale, find length. And exhale, front palm up, back palm down, gaze towards the back. Inhale, front palm down, gaze towards the front. Exhale, back palm down, gaze towards the back. Once more, inhale, gaze towards the front, palms flip. Exhale. Rise the hands up to center, fingertips touch. Hold here. Squeeze the shoulder blades down the back and just find that softness. Find that beautiful natural length in the body. And when we're ready, right hand forward, left hand back. Gaze towards the front fingertips. And then flip that front palm. Send our gaze towards our back fingertips. Flip the back palm, gaze towards our front. Flip our front palm, gaze towards the back. Inhale, front palm facing. Exhale, gaze towards the back. Inhale. And exhale. When we're ready, come on up. Fingertips touch, fold forward nice and generously, hinge at the hips. Fold here. Bend our knees, and we're going to walk back into our downward facing dog. So take our time here, walk our hands forward and find our downward facing dog once more. Inhale, push into all 5 fingertips. And exhale, soften and release. Place all the weight into our left toes. Just find that lightness in the body. Find that energy, that air, and lift that right leg up off the ground. Find that beautiful, delicate movement of your body. When you're ready, send that knee to nose squeeze here. Place that foot in between your hand, and we're coming to a warrior 2 foot. So heel to arch alignment. That back foot is aligned with the back of the mat. Square off, navel towards spine, bend your front knee so it's in line with your ankle, and roll on up. Open up our arms here to warrior 2. Breathe here, find length in the spine. Push down into all 4 corners of the feet. Good job. Inhale, find that lightness, that space. Rise a little bit taller. And exhale, gently sink. When we're ready, we're going to lengthen our front leg. Reach our front arm forward, so tucking our hips under, reaching our hand forward, and just placing that hand wherever it will go. It might go on the shin, it might go on the ground, it might go on a block. Reaching our left hand up, revolving the body to the side. Inhale, reach that hand towards the sky, shoulder blades are down the back, navel is on. We'll have a beautiful hip stretch here. Beautiful Trikonasana, triangle pose. When we're ready, let that top arm lead you up. Bend your front knee. Back hand down the back thigh. Front arm reaches up towards the sky. Reverse warrior or dancing warrior. Breathing here. Inhale, find that softness. And exhale, settle. Inhale. And exhale, delicate as a dancer. As graceful as a warrior. That is what you are today. When we're ready, come back to our warrior 2 and place our right arm on our right knee. Send our left arm up above or over in front, tucking our tailbone under. Get Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. So we're trying to create a straight line in the body from that top edge of our back foot all the way to our front fingertips. So send our shoulder blades down the back, navel towards the spine. Breathe here. And when you're ready, I want you to sweep this arm towards the back of the room and then take it in a full circle, reach down beside your right foot. So bring it down, come onto those back toes, that right hand comes down as well. Beautiful. And then go through your flow. Front foot comes to the back, plank, chaturanga. Come up into our cobra. Exhale, lower. Come into your child's pose. Breathe here for just a moment. Relax and release. And when you're ready, make your way up into your downward facing dog. Beautiful breathing here. Grip the mat with your toes. Really spread the weight to roll side to side, focusing on the weight in the toes. Push into the fingertips and the hands. Squeeze the biceps in towards the shoulders. Breathing here. And when we're ready, left leg up. So we might just lift this foot up just a little bit. We might kick that heel all the way into the air. Bring that knee towards our nose. Plant it in between our hands. Heel to arch alignment. Navel towards spine and roll on up. Sinking down into our warrior 2, opening up our body to the side of the room. Good work, guys. Shoulder blades down the back. Find that delicateness. Find that grace of your warrior. Breathing here, feeling that lightness of air. And softening Finding that effortlessness in your exhale. When we're ready, we're going to straighten this front leg, reach forward with our left hand. Place it down wherever we go, coming into our Trikonasana in the other side. So we might have our hand on our shin, the ground, a block, reaching up with our right hand and revolving from our navel all the way towards the sky. So our gaze can be towards the side of the room, it can be towards our armpit or top fingers. Wherever we are, just tuck our chin slightly to protect our neck. Inhale, find length, really tuck under through those hips, a nice straight line in the body. And exhale, send that hand back, come back to your warrior two. Right hand down the back thigh, left hand up, coming into your reverse or dancing warrior. Finding your delicateness, finding your grace. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, bring your left arm down onto your left knee. Our right arm goes up overhead or reaching towards the front of the room. Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. So really activate our glutes, tuck under. We don't want to stick our glutes out. We really tuck under. Nice straight line, shoulder blades down the back. And same as our triangle, navel towards spine, revolving towards the sky. The sky is the limit, guys. If we look to the ground, if we look small, that's all we'll ever go. But if we look big, if we imagine, we dream, that's what we can do. That's what we can achieve. It's all mental. When we're ready, we're going to send our hand back towards the back of the room, our right hand back towards the back of the room. Sweep it down next to our front foot. Place our left hand down and go through your flow. Plank, chaturanga. Come up into your cobra. Exhale, lower. Come back into your child's pose. You can stay here or you can make your way up into your downward facing dog. Wherever we are, we're going to breathe for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Find the same lightness, the same grace, the floating air, the floating air-like quality of your breath coming into all parts of your body. Move with that delicateness, that grace. And when we're ready, wherever we are, we're going to bend our knees, walk our hands towards our feet, coming in to our forward fold. Beautiful. Sway side to side. Really massage out the head, the neck, the shoulders. You might grip the backs of the calves or the toes, lengthening the spine on your inhale and exhale, folding deeper. When we're ready, release, bend our knees super generously, roll on up, vertebra by vertebra. Savor that sensation. Inhale, hands wide, up overhead, fingertips touch. Back to heart center. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider than hip distance, turn our toes out, and we're going to sink down into a squat. So you might have a chair handy that you can sink down to if your hips are quite stiff. Grab a block or a book as well is really good. But just play here. Start swaying side to side, sending the hips down towards the ground a little bit. You might be able to just get to here, or you might be able to send the tailbone towards the ground. You might be on tippy toes and on your hands. That's completely fine. Or if you can find you can get the feet towards the earth. One is not better than the other. Just go to wherever your body is comfortable today. We're going to get our elbows into our knees, our palms in towards one another, and find that same length in our spine. We're finding our Tadasana, our mountain pose here. So inhale, find length, and exhale, release. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. When you gently release the hands forward, raise the hips up, and we're just going to step back into our downward facing dog. Nice and easy. Beautiful. Breathe here. We're going to lift our right foot up once more. millimeter off the ground, or send that heel towards the sky. Toes flex towards your face to keep the hips aligned. And we're going to bring that knee to nose. Beautiful. And we're going to step that foot up in between our hands once more. So into our lunge, that back knee can be up or down. Just go to wherever feels good for you. Now what we're going to do is gently walk our foot over towards our left hand. You're like, what? That sounds so strange. So just wriggle it over. It's a bit of an interesting one. We're coming into our full pigeon here today. So just go to wherever feels good. So walk that foot over and you'll eventually find your right knee kind of coming down onto the ground. So you might be here and you might be able to square your foot off quite a lot with the front edge of your mat, or take that heel closer towards your groin for a lesser stretch. So we're going to gently walk my left foot back, untuck those toes. If your right hip doesn't come down to the ground, just grab a block and just kind of use that as support as well. We're just going to come up onto our fingertips here. Inhale, find length, and exhale, soften. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Now you might just stay here. This is such a beautiful opening for the hips, the lower back. Or if you'd like to go on, completely optional, you can come down onto your forearms, relaxing the head down. Or you might send the fingers all the way forward, resting the forehead on the ground. So lots of options. Just take wherever feels good for you. Inhale, breathe into the lower back, into the hip. Fill it up with energy and light and space and good vibes and all the good stuff. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale, beautiful. Gently, if your forehead is down, gently put weight into the fingertips. Help lift your forehead up, protect your neck. Walk your hands in. Open up the chest, beautiful. We're going to tuck these back toes under, plant both our hands down, and really just lift up here. So we want to activate this back leg, activate our hands, and gently just wriggle our foot back, coming back into our downward facing dog. You might come through into your tabletop position and then coming up into your downward facing dog. Just go to wherever feels good for you. Beautiful. So we're going to do the same on the other side. Weight into the right foot. Send that left heel up, toes flex towards our face. Beautiful. Knee to nose, foot in between our hands. Drop that back knee. We're going to walk this foot. Just walk it on over towards our right. So that left knee's coming on down. And you might square it off quite a lot with your front of the mat. You can keep these toes flexed for a greater stretch, or for a lesser stretch, just bring this heel closer towards your groin and just wriggle your back leg back to help get the right stretch for you. So grab a block or a pillow, put it under that left hip if you're feeling a little unstable. Just find where feels good for you. Fingertips is option number one, shoulder blades down the back. Breathing here, it's a really deep stretch. So just go to wherever feels good for you. Inhale, find length. And if you want to come down, you might soften down onto your forearms, resting the forehead down. You might extend the fingers the whole way, relaxing down onto the mat. Breathing and releasing here. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbone, sending all that good energy into our hips. That light and space. And exhale, soften and release. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Activate the fingertips. If we are down on the ground, lift the forehead up, walk in, come on up, plant the palms, tuck those back toes under, activate that back kneecap and push ourselves back to our downward facing dog. Breathing here. Nice work, guys. Everybody come down onto the knees and take a nice child's pose. Big toes together, forehead to the ground. Relax and release. When you're ready, rise on up into tabletop position. We're going to just scoot our feet to the side and roll on over onto our back, just like Dani is today. She's passed out. Roll on down. Oh, just moving my mic here. Roll on down. Get comfy. Move our feet in towards our hips. Fingertips towards our toes, and we're going to come up into a bridge pose. So we can grip the edges of our mat to help squeeze our shoulder blades together. That's a really good option. So inhale, push into the big toes. Play here. And exhale, squeeze the glutes and the hips up and away, chin towards chest. And hold here for 5 breaths. Inhale, rise the hips up a little bit further. And exhale, just naturally soften. Inhale, squeeze the knees in towards one another, just so they don't flop out to the sides. Keep them hip distance. And exhale. Inhale, you might wriggle the shoulder blades underneath the back, clasp the hands underneath the lower back, and soften. Inhale, nice work, guys. And everyone, if you release, if you've got those hands clasped, unclasp them, roll on down, vertebra by vertebra. Lower back connects with the earth. Good job. Just connect with the mat here for a moment. Breathe. Bring one knee in, then the other. Rock side to side. And we're going to play here a little bit. So I want you to rock forward and back. Just come up into a seated position. And we're just going to grab the underside of our thighs here. So you might just stay here lengthening the spine. This might be enough for you. Or we're going to come into our boat pose, our Navasana. So send our heels up and away, spine is long, just kind of balancing on that part just below, above our tailbone. Inhale, find length. And exhale, soften. Inhale. And exhale, beautiful long spine, shoulder blades down the back, core is on. You might let go of the legs. You might lengthen them a little bit more. Play here. When we're ready, cross our legs and come in to that nice forward fold. Relax the forehead down. Relax the shoulders. Relax the jaw. And breathe. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, soften and release. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale, come on up. And just whatever foot is in front or out, swap the feet around. So bring the front to the back, find length in the spine, and just take that nice forward fold once more. Relax the head, the neck, the shoulders. Breathing here. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, just let any last tension melt away. When we're ready, walk our hands in towards our feet. Bring the soles of the feet together, but instead of being super close to the groin, take them out a bit. Take them quite a way out. Now we'll really feel this on the inside of our inner thighs, on the outside edges of our thighs. So grab your shins, find length in the spine, and just fold. Fold to wherever feels good for you. That might be quite intense, so you might have a block here to just help take the pressure off rather than having to connect with the earth. Just go to wherever feels good for you. Inhale, feel the belly, the ribs, the collarbones. And exhale, soften and release. You're ready. Roll on up, nice and gentle. And we're gonna make our way onto our backs for our Savasana. So roll on down. Extend one leg and then the other. Really take your time. Palms facing up. And just bring your awareness to that beautiful rise and fall of your breath. Inhale, feel the oxygen, energy, the lightness come into your body. And exhale, let any heaviness melt away. Inhale, breathe in that lightness, that energy, that joy. And exhale, let any heaviness, anything that's holding us down, insecurities, negative thoughts about ourselves, anxiety about things we can't change, just let it go. Allow your space to be in this place of flow, of dance, of joy, of movement, the rise and fall of your breath. When you're ready, gently send the arms up overhead, wriggle the fingers and toes, roll the wrists and ankles, and come on over to a side that suits you. Use your arm as a pillow, nice and relaxed. You might just start to notice the noises inside and outside of the room, around you. You might crack open the eyes to see what's going on. And when we're all ready, come on up to seated all together. Big inhale up overhead, nice arm circle, nice and slow, fingertips touch. All together, exhale, bring it back to heart center. Press our thumbs and our sternum. Feel that beautiful energy, life force that we've got right there. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Sending lots of love and gratitude. Namaste.